Okay, folks, for you guys joining us for the Men's Jump Championship, you are most certainly welcome. We have 7 of the world's top water ski jumpers assembled here and getting ready to do battle in the men's jump event. But right now, we're experiencing some freestyle barefooting at this time with our crew from Eagle Sports. They're about to do some freestyle barefooting for our crowd before we go into the men's jump competition. For those of you who have just joined us, and just to let you know that Jacinta Carroll has won LA Night Jam 5 in the women's jump competition with a scintillating distance of over 174 feet. 174 feet was the distance that she won with, ahead of Regina Jaquist with 52.8 meters or 173 feet, and ahead of Natalia Berdnikova with 172. So those top 3 competitors, congratulations indeed. Working our way down the list, Alex Loretano jumped 166 feet. Then we saw the jump of Lauren Morgan, 161, which is 49.2. And Mariam Mature with a 47.5 meter effort. So that has just taken place at LA Night Jam. And now the men's jump competition is about to take place. Our first competitor out is going to be none other than Tom Asher. Then we'll have Jimmy Seamers, Mark Lane, Boyan Schiper, Damien Sharman, Igor Morozov, and Ryan Dodd. Although there's a little bit of a toss-up between Igor Morozov and Damien Sharman going third or second from last, based upon the fact that they had tied distances on their best jumps. Although actually it could come down to the best backup jump to determine who goes out first and who goes out afterwards. In which case, it would be the jump of Igor Morozov taking precedence, so he would probably go out second to last. That probably wouldn't surprise me if he did, but a lot is going on. A lot is very, very fluid here with LA Night Jam. We have our displays, we have our towboats shooting T-shirts towards the crowd. It is a really, really healthy crowd. We have thousands of people assembled here in Zachary, Louisiana. There's a portion of them right now with our live shot right now from the edge of the water here in Zachary, Louisiana. Just some remarkable barefoot action courtesy of Eagle Sports. So those guys are really, really raising the bar in terms of barefoot water ski action. And we are glad to have the very best barefooters in the world right there. So already the Twitter universe is commenting on that great jump effort, courtesy of Jacinta Carroll, 174 feet for the win. Just loading up a few more here from our competitors, and so, some great athleticism from our barefooters. Just looking at that. Boom. Oh, and just look at that, and just like skidding into to a stop there. That was one of our Eagle barefooters. Thank him very, very much indeed for his participation in this particular event. So, Men's jump final will almost be upon us. Just to let you know, Tom Ash will be going out first. He qualified with a 68.1 meter jump, which is 223 feet out of the LCQ. And then we go into our first attempt finalists, first round finalists. Jimmy Seamers, Mark Lane, Boyan Schiper, Damien Sharman, Igor Morozov, and Ryan Dodd. The competitors in that order. So crowd still swelling up with a lot of spectators coming in after watching the LSU game. Unfortunately, LSU coming up a little bit short on Georgia, 44 to 41 in a game that had a lot of offense, not too much in the way of defense. And once again, would like to put a great big shout out to a crew from WZHS who are helping out with the webcast, our crew. And you see them right there. Thank those guys very, very much indeed. They've all done a superb job, and their ski rides, instructed ski rides, will be waiting for them after this competition. Probably not during the night time at least, but maybe tomorrow morning at some time. All right, then. That is just absolutely sensational with that barefoot towboat. Barely enough room for the skier to kind of get out the way, because that gap there where the barefoot skiers go in and out of. There is quite a substantial gap for a towboat to get into, but then when you factor in the bars on the side and the fact that the barefooters are on the side there, that kind of dicing a little bit with danger there. But tell you what, if it wasn't dangerous, these guys probably wouldn't be doing it. So there we go. Just do a quick shout out to our sponsors. For those of you watching, Clear Channel, iHeartRadio, portfolio of radio stations in Baton Rouge, 102.5 WFMF, 101.5 WYNK, 96.1 The River, 97.7 Downtown Radio, News Radio 1150 WJBO, and Comedy 12:30 a.m. along with Arsenal Communications, 808 Magazine, and Central Speaks. So that's what's going on there. We've got our primary sponsors. But before we go into that, we'll have a look at some of our freestyle barefooting again. There's definitely refreshed the sport of barefoot water skiing with those elevated bars towards the side of the boat, making it easier for our barefoot athletes to learn and perfect these tricks, and even come up with some very, very weird tricks indeed along the side of the boat. And I'll continue on mentioning our sponsors: Girls That Fly, City of Zachary, Tsunami, Bennett's Water Ski School, Radar Skis, Visit Baton Rouge, Whitney Bank, Napa Auto Parts, Lane Regional Medical Center, The Cafe, Southern ENT Associates, OJ Props and Coconut Willie's Daiquiris. Kicking over to our next full screen. Oshner Health System, Holiday Inn Express, Eagle Sports, Lake Dwellers, Autotrader.com, San Antonio Surgical Arts, AirFX Sky Tracker, and Scion of Baton Rouge. Our supporting sponsors: Ilmore Engines, Crucial Clothing, All Pro Audio, Hyperlight, Bank of Zachary, Demco, Coca-Cola, Firefly Sweet Tea Vodka, Community Coffee, Quality Tire, and Car Care Center. We thank those supporting sponsors very much indeed. As we look out towards the lake and see Dylan Schaefer doing what he does best, doing some trick skiing. We got Chris Wharton on one boat, Dylan Schaefer on the other. A little bit hard to follow both of them at the same time with the cameras, granted, but They're certainly the sport's top athletes, and we thank them very, very much for offering their time to participate in this display. Whilst they turn at that end, let me kick over to our supporting sponsors. Once again, if I haven't already mentioned these guys. Yep, I have. So we'll go over to our contributors, who are Fox's Pizza Den, Carber's Grill, Francois Cafe and Grill, Surreal Creation Cakes, Area Transmissions, Babe's Boat Care Products, LeBlanc's Food Stores, Sky Systems Helmets, Superior Grill of Baton Rouge, Borden Dairy, and Subway. So those are our sponsors, our multitude of sponsors, and we have a whole bank of people here, volunteers, the majority of them participating in this particular event. And great to see such great support for LA Night Jam. Again, went into a hiatus last year in 2012, and people were wondering when it was going to come back. Well, I think we pretty much answered that question, and it came back with a vengeance. With Jacinta Carroll taking the win in the women's jump event, and ahead of Regina Jaquist and ahead of Natalia Bertnikava. Those are the first three competitors in that particular event. And we're going to go to our next event, the men's jump competition, in just a moment or so. But in the meantime, let me kick over to some folks that will tell you a little bit more about the fine city of Baton Rouge.
Mo Isom here at the breathtakingly beautiful and truly historic Nottoway Plantation. Let's go see if this shack is worth adding to my real estate portfolio.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well.
Welcome to Nottoway.
Can we look inside?
Yeah, come on.
Awesome. It's like a resort. You said that you grew up around the area, so you're really familiar with everything?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy working at the plantation?
I can't not love working here. You're walking into a beautiful old house. You can't just go to work and be like, oh, darn, I have to go to a plantation. A lot of the time, our guests actually come more than once because they love us so much. People can actually have dinner in here.
So if you come to Nottoway to visit, you can actually sleep in the Nottoway house with all of the gold and the expensive furniture. Did they have an iHome back in the day? Can I look what's back here?
I mean, you really shouldn't go, okay.
Oh.
Cool. What are you wearing?
What on earth? I learned to conduct an orchestra the other day from a conductor. There was a lot of wrist flicking.
Yeah.
I feel like I could probably also play a harp.
Well, you're not really supposed to touch the harp.
I can't touch the harp.
You're not really supposed to touch the
I
harp.
won't touch the harp. So this plantation home was like ransacked during the Civil War?
Yeah, it didn't get destroyed thanks to Miss Randolph. Her husband left her during the war to go grow cotton because he wanted more money. Took the sons, took the boys, left her here pregnant. And she had kitchen knives that she'd protect the house with.
Somebody's gonna have to run me out of here with a knife. I don't want to leave.
That can be arranged. We do anything for our guests here at Nottoway.
I feel like I want to use a cat.
And one of the many antebellum homes that are around this general area of Baton Rouge, Nottoway House, one of the more visited ones in this particular area, and certainly encourage you to visit there if you haven't already been to Baton Rouge. Ooh. And looks like we got a little bit of a false start with one of our display skiers. Getting into a little bit of difficulty there, but we'll continue on unabated. We've still got the men's jump final. That's to come in just a few minutes. So the folks along the shoreline and all around, they will be in for a treat. Not too sure what's going on here with our towboat. Follow. Okay, a little bit of red flare action with Brooks Wilson riding that radar Satori slalom ski. A little bit of freestyle slalom action taking place, and a nice free ride slalom ski. That's why he's able to carve those crossings and turns using just one hand, leaving the other hand conveniently open for him to light up a flare and just do some nice gentle wake crossings there. And Brooks Wilson, one of the nation's top slalom skiers, when he isn't goofing around on that Satori. Have to call it like you see it, folks. So here we go. So there we go, Brooks Wilson throwing in a few turns, and that I think that flare is pretty much done. Yeah, just chucking out some spray and doing a fine job out there for LA Night Jam, for our webcast audience, and for all of those guys along the shore. And whilst we wait for our next act, I'll treat you guys to some video footage from one of the other area attractions around Baton Rouge. It is the USS Kidd.
This is a memorial museum here, but it's named after Admiral Kidd, not Captain Kidd the pirate.
So I can't ride it around, but I can definitely jump inside and walk through?
It's not the Sigma Chi house. You can go through the whole deal.
Then I'll put my beer bong back in the car.
Yeah, that's right.
All aboard the USS Kidd in downtown Baton Rouge. A patriotic Mo Isom reporting for duty and just maybe a little kids play.
So the USS Kidd was built in 1943. Actually looks exactly like it did in Nights from 1945. What are you doing?
I'm steering the ship.
What are you wearing?
They made me wear this.
They made you wear it. Yeah. Do you want to hang out?
Sure.
Woo! We're spinning! Did you have any experience ROTC, military?
I had 2 years in Air Force ROTC, and they told me never come back.
Never come back, but
Never.
I bet you look good in that uniform. It's just a guess. I'm trying to flirt with you here.
Well, I'm trying to cooperate.
Incoming fire! Incoming fire!
Guess what my name is?
Amanda?
Do I look like an Amanda? It rhymes with go.
Whoa.
My name's Mo.
Oh. Hey, look, there's a casino. You're too young to go there.
Ah, the meatloaf!
You're going to put the hack on this video, aren't you?
These beds are not made for this much woman.
Wake up! Wake up!
What's going on?
We just got a message.
A message. I'll ring it in. Hello? It's from your mom.
What's she say?
Dinner's gonna be ready in 10. We gotta get you home. Thanks. That is a must-see. The USS Kidd, so much fun and also an unbelievable slice of history. I mean, this is a ship that helped us win World War II. Come honor the greatest generation. Check out the USS Kidd when you're in Baton Rouge. Bring out the kid in yourself. So much fun. I chipped a nail.
Okay, back to live pictures of LA Night Jam. A little wakeboarding display being provided courtesy of Red Bull behind the Red Bull X-Star. And just setting up for the men's jump final. Plenty of action to keep our audience entertained here at LA Night Jam. And looking, the conditions absolutely ideal for water ski jumping right now, and probably could do with without a few of the waves generated from the wakeboard boat. That much is certain, but we'll make sure that those waves are fully dissipated by the time we invite our water ski jumpers back out onto the water. In which case, we have Tom Asher taking to the water first in the jump final, followed by Jimmy Seamers, Mark Lane, Boyan Schiper, Damien Sharman, Igor Morozov, and Ryan Dodd. So, those are 7 of the world's top jumpers. We've got Ryan Dodd, perennial contender from Canada. Igor Morozov, always there from Russia. Damien Sharman, the World Games jump champion from this summer. Boyan Schiper, the European jump champion, snagged that title 2-3 weeks ago comes to us from Germany and took that title in Greece. Mark Lane, oh man, what can you say about Mark Lane? He's been jumping at these kind of distances for years upon years, and knocked down a distance of 220 feet to make it through to the next round of the competition. Equally impressive, Jimmy Seamers, who, when he was interviewed just a day or so ago, didn't really expect to make it through to this next round of the competition, but here he is, 219 feet, and out of the last chance qualifier with 223 feet, having jumped a distance of 219, just a shade shorter than Jimmy Seamers. It's at 66.7 meters, but then he came back with a 68.1 and 223 to qualify out of the last chance qualifier. So there is a lot of action to come, and you're all going to be witness to it at LA Night Jam. So, we've still got a lot of jumping to come. 7 skiers remain. We are in complete darkness right now, save for the lights. If you think water ski jumping is scary enough in the daytime, and I'm sure that my good friends, my newly found friends from WZHS, are testament to the fact that it was scary at times. There was one competitor, Stephen Seal, in the LCQ that just ate it coming off the jump, and it was a remarkable display of fortitude there that Stephen Seal was actually able to get up, walk around, and is here still relatively unscathed, although I'm sure he's in the VIP area trying to drown his sorrows and with a little bit of Dutch courage. But it's been absolutely great performances from our skiers, from all of our athletes here at LA Night Jam. Couldn't ask for anything more from our athletes in this particular competition, and And I actually made reference to Jimmy Seamers just a little while ago, and we'll see. We'll hear what he had to say for himself about his expectations going into this event.
Okay, just a few minutes ago, one skier who was on the dock admitted he was scared jumping behind this boat with this driver. You wouldn't believe who it is. It's a former world jump record holder, Jimmy Seamers. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you today?
Not too bad. So tell us a little bit about that practice set that you just took.
Well, I thought my gloves were going to fall off because the engine's so strong. It was insane. There's definitely anyone that gets a hold of the ramp and takes a little cut at it, they're going to fly.
A little cut? Is that what you're going to take now?
I don't know if I can handle much more, honestly. My knee's been hurting me for a little while, and it's been giving out on the ramp and stuff like that. So for me, I'm going to tone it down.
So basically more quality, less quantity, in other words?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't have big expectations for this.
Okay, we certainly wish you the best of luck, of course, but cast your mind back 13 years ago, year 2000, October. World record over 230 feet. Do you think you got what it takes to go that similar kind of distance?
No, I don't think so. I haven't really been training with the knee, and I'm not at the same weight, and it's not going to happen. But somebody will fly, guaranteed.
Okay, and these are the final two questions that I pose to all of our skiers. What kind of jump do you reckon it's going to take to advance out of the elimination round, for one? And secondly, what kind of jump do you think it's going to take to win?
I'm going to say out of elimination, to make the cut, 215, maybe a little bit more. To win, 230 to 235. That's my guess.
Excellent jump, and we hope that you gather your thoughts and your courage together in time for the men's elimination round jump. Jimmy Seamers.
Okay, folks, that was a little video interview that was conducted earlier with Jimmy Seamers, and, he needed 220 to actually advance out of the elimination round. He reckoned 215, and a lot of other skiers were actually figuring on about the same distance as well. So, they were kind of underestimating themselves a little bit. And in fact, Jimmy Seamers jumped actually 219 to make it through to the final round of competition. And we're waiting on our skiers to make their way to the dock. In fact, I believe one or two of them are on the dock right now, which could be a good cue to suggest that that our final round of men's jumps is imminent. So, last little display from our Tides Medical towboat with that T-shirt gun. I hope they don't get too close to me and shoot off that thing. Last thing I need is a T-shirt fired towards the webcast equipment. So, all right. The crowd getting fired up now for the jump final. The men's jump final as the fireworks get set off for the event. There we go. Yes, we've got fireworks. Kids, make sure that you are safe around fireworks. Oh, hello. We've got some more. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And now we will focus upon the men's jump final. We have got the lights all set up. It is total darkness now. Everyone has got to be on their game. The skiers, the drivers, the officials. Yeah.
It's really their life is on the line, but they're cutting it to jump here in the dark. And you're going 70 miles an hour, and you have to lay it out there. To have that friendly face behind you.
So as we get ready, we've got Tom Asher going out first. Just a little bit of a technical delay. It's not uncommon for this type of event, but as I said before, everyone has got to be on their game, and if that takes a few more minutes to get accomplished, it's a few more minutes well spent, because we have 7 of the world's top jumpers risking life and limb to hurl themselves at that ramp at speeds of over 70 miles an hour and flying distances well in excess of 220 feet. In fact, our best jump distance is 236 feet, one of the top 5 jumps ever recorded here, either during the day or night here at Tri-Lakes, the home of LA Night Jam. So, 7 skiers away, 21 jumps, all to get towards crowning a champion in this event. Tom Asher from Great Britain will be taken to the water next.
Imagine being able to water ski and wakeboard alongside the pros. You can at Bennett's Water Ski and Wakeboard School, located just minutes away from downtown Baton Rouge. Bennett's is one of the most prestigious water ski and wakeboard schools in the world. Home to 3 man-made private lakes, engineered specifically for wakeboarding and skiing. Our on-site pro shop is fully loaded with all the latest surfwear, boards, and skis. Whatever your age or ability, you can have the chance to ride like a pro here at Bennett's. Call to book your spot today.
All right, then. We have got Tom Asher on the water. We're looking down the lake to check out the boat. All right, then. Here we go. We have got Tom Asher. Sorry about that a little upwards thing with the volume knob. So here we go. Here comes Tom. Oh, bounce out a huge jump all the way down the lake. A little bit of a bounce from the landing, but a good effort nonetheless from Tom Asher. He'll be pleased with that, and justifiably so. As we take a look at this jump one more time via our action replay, he is our first competitor out. .6 meters, 64.6 on jump number 1, 212 feet. .212 he certainly stakes his claim right off the get-go. That is Tom Asher, jump number 1, 64.6 meters. 64.6 212. And for the benefit of you guys and girls watching at home, there's your distance. 64.6 meters. Tom Asher coming in on jump number 2. Here he comes, jump number 2. Good effort. Oh, and a little bit back on the skis as he comes into land. didn't get everything on that particular jump, so I don't think that jump distance is going to be anywhere close to 212 feet, although stranger things have happened. .177, 54.1 meters, 54.1 meters, experiencing a little bit of a dip on that particular event. 54.1 meters, definitely needs all the encouragement in the world to try and get over that distance of 212 feet off jump number 1. So there is Tom Asher, 54.1, 177 feet. He's still got that 64.6 meter brace, 212 feet. That roughly translates to. So one jump remaining to really set the tone, really pile on the heat for the remaining skiers to come. The tension, the pressure, all mounting now on our skier on the water. This is Tom Asher. Coming into view right now. He's out wide. Turning away. Here he comes. Oh, look at that. He pounds that jump. Beautiful effort. And he throws the iron fist. Justifiably so. So, Tom Asher hurls in a superb third and last jump, responding to the pressure. .215 feet. 215 feet on that effort for Tom Asher. It is 65.6 meters. 65.6 meters there for him. 215 feet. A great effort there for Tom Asher from Great Britain. Let's look at those jumps again. 64.6, 54.1, and 65.6. His best jump is 215 feet. So that was a good brace there from Tom Asher. Next competitor to take to the water. It'll be Jimmy Seamers. Jimmy Seamers on the water next, representing the United States of America. Now, Jimmy Seamers in the past has gone over 230 feet, set the world record here back in the year 2000. 3 years later, he reset the world record back in Lago Santa Fe in Texas with a 235-foot jump. Now looking for something that would really have him ascend the heights in LA Night Jam 5, needing something over 215 feet. That jump produced by Tom Asher, really throwing down the gauntlet with that particular effort. So Jimmy Seamers coming into the course. A little bit of an obstruction there into the camera, but we'll pick him up. Here he comes. Oh, and a pass on jump number 1. Didn't like that particular effort. Didn't feel right, so he's going to pass up on jump number 1. Pass on jump number 1 for Jimmy Seamers. As we wait to see what he's got next for the next 2 jumps. As you probably saw in that video interview that was reshown here just a few moments ago, wasn't overly optimistic of his chances making it through to this competition, making it through to this particular round of the competition. But he's certainly surprised himself more than anybody else, and he continues to excel, most notably in the tricks event. Has been a really, really significant exponent in the tricks event, has won title after title in Australia and the United States and further afield, and I'm sure he'll be trying to show his best stuff in the tricks event when the World Championships begins in November. So here we go. Jimmy Seamers, it's jump number 2. We'll try and pick him up in the dark right now. He's on the right-hand side of that towboat, nicely wide, and now turns in, set, drives in hard. Oh, and almost going out the back on that particular effort. Jimmy Seamers, will he even ride out this jump? Just not connecting one iota there with Jimmy Seamers. Just needed to stay over his skis and use the boat pole, but unfortunately almost tried to preempt the jump a little bit, and that's how far back he was. The skis were going 90 degrees. The distance won't be all that, I'm afraid. 45.6 meters. So that's his best jump right now. Even as pessimistic as Jimmy Seamers was about his chances of making it through to this round of the competition, I'm sure he will not want to leave this venue, LA Night Jam, without at least putting a halfway respectable jump in on his third and last attempt. So, already with the lead at the moment is Tom Asher with a 65.6 meter effort. And now we're going to take a look and see what Jimmy Seamers can produce on jump number 3. Okay, one jump. One jump, he's got to get after it. Nicely wide outside that towboat. Turns in, drives in hard. That's better, but it isn't all together there for Jimmy Seamers as he barely rides out that jump. We'll look at this again, and I don't think it'll be making a very good viewing, although I think at this stage in the game, Jimmy Seamers is probably relieved to get back into the shore and throw down a cold one. But it won't be in celebration, unfortunately. 58.7 meters, a jump of over 190 feet is still pretty respectable any day of the week for most people, but for Jimmy Seamers, unfortunately, it kind of puts him a little bit behind the 8 ball with that jump, 193 feet. He will not be going home with the top money prize, but should at least be grateful that he made it through to this section of the competition, given his expectations beforehand. So, all right, we will continue on. Our next competitor is Mark Lane from the United States of America. Mark Lane, USA, coming in for 3 jumps. So, Mark Lane, who comes to us from Bellingham in Washington. Not really a state in the nation that you would particularly associate with water skiing, at least based upon its all-round weather. But believe it or not, that's where the majority of the of the water ski product development is conducted. Goodman skis, which Mark Lane is skiing on, were developed not too far away from Bellingham, and the majority of the ski companies that build slant skis are also based in that general Seattle area in Washington State. I mean, we're talking ski companies such as HO Syndicate. We're talking Radar Skis. Conley Skis have been a perennial player in that part of the world, of course. But they're all made in the top left of the contiguous 48 states of the United States. And Mark Lane being very, very close to that particular area and to the development of these jump skis. Let's have a look and see. Coming in, first attempt, Mark Lane impacts, good effort over his skis and bounding off that jump. Great effort there for Mark Lane as he gets ready for jump number 2. The distance will be forthcoming. Distance coming through now for Mark Lane. 61.8 meters, 61.8 or 203, 1.8 meters, 203 feet it is for Mark Lane. We have his name up on the screen and we'll put the distance up right there for you. There you go. 203, unfortunately for Mark Lane, with 2 jumps remaining. He's got a lot of catching up to do. He's got to make up about 12 feet. And we'll see if he's up to the task. A boat taking a turn at the western end of Tri-Lakes. These lakes are aligned east to west, taking advantage of the predominant wind conditions, which tends to blow a little bit from the south and from the east, providing a headwind for our jumpers. And here we go. Coming in. Beauty of a jump again. Very, very consistent. Using his years of experience to great effect. Great effort there from Mark Lane, and significantly flying past one of the distance buoys that's out there on the water that could indicate that jump is closer to 210. We'll have a look at the distance once again for Mark Lane. 64.8 meters, 213 feet. Yeah. I said he would go over 210, and he has done so with great aplomb. There you go. That is a 64.8 meters. And Tom Asher is definitely sweating his seat right now. He's in the hot seat, but if Mark Lane can claw back those 2 feet that separate him and Tom Asher's best jump at 2:15, well, you never know. You just never can tell at this time. And with night jumping, anything is possible, including the 240-foot jump that was set here by Freddie Krueger 2 seasons ago. Unfortunately, unable to make it here this time around. Was injured in the final part of the American Water Ski Association towboat tests. But we wish him the best of luck, and I'm sure that he is watching with great interest as he sees Mark Lane coming in with this jump. On the back of his skis, will not be able to get much in the way of distance on that particular jump. But it's a good all-round effort, and we certainly appreciate his participation in this event and continuing to make a statement across the world that the age and experience does count for a significant amount in this game. 51.7 meters, 51.7, ends off with 170 feet, but significantly, he is in second spot with a 213-foot jump. 213 feet, but that jump of 51.7 meters on the last jump, not doing him very many favors. But as I said before, we welcome him here with open arms. And I hope that he certainly enjoyed his experience here at LA Night Jam. He's been here several occasions before, and he's always adapted pretty well to the nighttime conditions, as that 213-foot jump would suggest. So, all right, our next competitor up. He's big, he's bad, he's from Germany. He is Boyan Schiper. Okay, so next competitor up, representing Germany, it's going to be Boyan Schiper. Leaving the dock right now and getting set for the 3 jumps that he has at his disposal. Once again, I have to give a big old shout to WZHS, their class members, doing a fine job covering the cameras for the webcast. It was a pretty tough draw for them to come in, having not seen the sport before and witnessing it for the first time today. But I'm sure that they'll become expert aficionados at covering water ski jumping, especially at night. And we certainly appreciate their efforts in doing so right here in Zachary. All right, then, here we go. This is Boyan Schiper of Germany. He has 3 jumps at his disposal. Let's see what he can do with them. Out wide to the left. Now slingshots out to the right. Let's see what he's got. Slowing down. Turning. Dropping in hard. Taking that speed up and over his skis. And the European jump champion setting off with a superb looking opening jump there. That is a great effort from Boyan Schiper. Boyan Schiper, who jumped 67.9 meters or 223 feet to make it into this round of the competition. 58.7 meters. They calculated as 192. 58.7 meters. 192 feet. That is the first jump of 3 for Boyan Schiper. We'll throw up the distance there for you. There you go. That is Boyan Schiper. Jump number 1, 192 feet. So 2 jumps remaining. Let's see what he's got. So, Boyan Schiper, the European jump champion, won that title about 2 weeks ago in Greece. Has placed on the podium on a number of occasions prior to winning that title this year. Let's see what he can do to ascend the heights of LA Night Jam. Up, over, will land, and will ride that one out. That's going to be longer. He throws the fist, which could suggest that jump is one of his better ones. We'll find out in just a moment as we have a look at the action replay, pummeling that jump. Getting great lift and almost deceiving our camera person there for a moment. But we'll get the jump distance. All right, it's the new leader, 217 feet. 217 feet for Boyan Schiper, which means that Jimmy Seamers, unfortunately, Jimmy Seamers never got a chance to make it to the hot seat. But Tom Asher, there is one more jump for Boyan Schiper, and that's about as long as Tom Asher will be able to stay on the hot seat for, because he has just been dethroned with 217 feet. 217 feet on that second jump. It is 66 meters exactly. So here he goes. Boyan Schiper coming in for one last attempt. Settling in. Here he comes. Takes a pretty decent lift off the top, but I don't think he had the whole package with that particular attempt. We'll soon find out what that distance is, but Boyan Schiper definitely throwing it down. With the jumpers to come, we got Damien Sharman, Igor Morozov, and Ryan Dodd on tap. But Boyan Schiper with 217 feet, that is going to be a tall order for our jumpers as Boyan waves into the appreciative crowd here at Tri-Lakes. He is now in the lead. 59.9 meters, 59.9 meters. 59.9 meters. It's 197 feet, but that won't matter too much. 59.9 meters. It's a jump is 197 feet. It won't make too many odds there for Boyan Schiper. And for those of you watching and keeping up with the distances, here they are once again. That 217-foot brace, 66 meters, is enough to send Boyan Schiper to the hot seat. So now that is Boyan Schiper. He is in the lead with that jump, 217 feet. And a great effort nonetheless. And now we've got okay, so Damien Sharman will take to the water next. He is number 3 seed going into this section of the competition with So now, getting ready to rock the water is going to be Damien Sharman of Great Britain. So now, we've got 9 jumps to come. Damien Sharman is on the water now from Great Britain. Damien Sharman, former European jump champion. His personal best jump distance is around the upper 220-foot range. Let's see if he can put all that together in the dark and maybe throw down some heat with the remaining skiers to come. We've only got 2 more. We have got Russia's Igor Morozov and Ryan Dodd. So, let's get ready to rock. This is Damien Sharman, Great Britain. who knows this setup, has skied here for many, many a year. He's out wide on the towboat, slinging himself out wide. Just waiting, biding his time. Turns, drives it in. Ah, look at that. Look at that opening jump there for Damien Sharman. Good, solid effort. And he has 2 jumps remaining, but he opens out with an absolute bomb on jump number 1. Certainly if the distance isn't up to that effort, I mean, that is a fantastic jump there for Damien Sharman. We'll get the distance in just a moment. Anticipate this one being well in excess of 200 feet. .4 meters, 61.4, it's 2:01. I was anticipating it being considerably longer than that, given his flight and how long he was in the air for, but looks can be deceiving as we look over at Damien Sharman. We'll have a look at that distance up on the screen. Yes, it's 61.4 meters, 2:01. And we look forward to seeing his effort on his second of 3 attempts that he's getting set up for right here and now. So, less than 9 jumps, 8 jumps and counting. Here we go. This is Damien Sharman, 2:01 to open up with. Let's see what he's got in the turn and on the approach towards the ramp. Oh, and decent effort, a little out the back as he came off the top of the ramp. Just coming off on his heels, and I don't think that jump would have been anywhere close to 200 that time. Might just be over 200 just based upon the speed alone, but it won't be anything significantly longer than that, I don't fancy. 59.8 meters, 59.8 meters, or 196 feet. 196 feet, or 59.8 meters. He knows he's got to try and put it together, but he's been in these pressure situations before. Just needs to concentrate, needs to focus 150% on this one. He just needs to turn, just needs to hold his position and just, I wouldn't say actually wait for the jump, just absolutely attack it, but attack it from the point of view of being able to just stay on top of the skis and just get that explosion off the top of the jump to fly into a distance that would be in excess of the lead, which is currently 217 feet or 66 meters, courtesy of Germany's Boyan Schiper. So here we go, Damien Sharman with 59.8 meters on that second jump. So, last jump. We pick him up on the live cameras right now. And here he comes, Damien Sharman. That's better. Look at that flight. Extending that one out as far as he could. He had absolutely no option but to do that. He was a little bit off center coming off the top of the jump, and he knew that if he had any chance of getting towards 217 feet with that jump, he really had to compensate in the air and try and get the distance to finish off with. But is it enough? Is it enough for Damien Sharman? As he goes back into the shore. 66.8 meters. 66.8 meters. He is in the lead. Holy cow. 219 feet. He has the lead, and he has dethroned Boyan Schiper from the hot seat. 66.8 meters. He is your new leader, Damien Sharman. And what a jump, what a performance there from him. 66.8 meters. Excitement is building. That jump very, very close to 220 feet. So, there we go. Those are your jumps from Damien Sharman, 61.4, 59.8, and 66.8. 201, 196, and 219 feet, respectively. So there we go. We've just seen Damien Sharman, and our next skier to take to water representing the Russian Federation. It's going to be Igor Morozov. Here we go, Igor Morozov. Oh, on the back of his skis and pretty much laying an egg with that particular jump. That is Igor Morozov of the Russian Federation. We'll see what that distance is, whether it's of any significant note. And the distance coming through any moment now. 45.6 meters, 45.6 meters. He'll want to forget that jump in a hurry. 45.6 meters, it is 150 feet. So 150 feet, that won't make any kind of impression whatsoever with our skiers, with our jumpers. So Igor Morozov. Getting ready for jump number 2. What has he got? What has he got with this second jump? He's really got to go get after it now. Yes, that's better. That's a better looking jump from Igor Morozov as he lands and rides it out. That's definitely better than 150 feet of that. I am absolutely certain, like no other time. So there we go. That is Igor Morozov. That's his second jump. Piling on a lot of speed. The control was about 80% there. And the jump distance, will it be anything over 217 feet? We will find out in just a moment or so. 63.2 meters or 270 feet. He's looking for about 11 feet to dethrone Damien Sharman. Wow. It's getting tense, folks. Getting very, very tense indeed. So, Igor Morozov. There are his distances. 63.2 or 207 feet, and landed A wholly inadequate jump on the first attempt of 45.6 is 150 feet. So he's got one more attempt to go. One more attempt to try and dethrone Damien Sharman. With this attempt, we are 4 jumps away from crowning the champion. So here we go. This is Igor Morozov. Let's see what he's got. Oh, and all over the place in the air, coming off the top of the ramp. Igor Morozov even struggling to land that particular attempt. So a lot of speed into the base of the ramp. The control wasn't quite there, and I believe Igor Morozov is going to be immensely disappointed with that, not even getting into the top 4 at this stage of the game. Distances he's having to compare to are 213, 215 feet. 60.3 meters, 60.3, 198 feet. That doesn't even put him on the podium at this stage. Still on the podium, in fact, is Damien Sharman with a 219-foot jump. And so the stage is now set for our final competitor to take to the water. It will be Ryan Dodd of Canada. Ryan Dodd of Canada. Here's the next competitor, our last competitor of LA Night Jam 5. So here we go. Igor Morozov's jumps that you see right there make for grim reading insofar as him trying to tough it out against the world's top competitors. Second seed going into this final, but unfortunately not ending off that way as we now get ready for our final jumper and needing a distance in excess of 219 feet to take the whole deal. It is going to be Canada's Ryan Dodd. So here we go. Ryan Dodd, next competitor, last competitor out in what has been an absolutely enthralling competition here at LA Night Jam 5. We've had some of the best women jumpers in the world compete here. We've got Jacinta Carroll, your champion, defending it from 2011. Natalia Berdnikova was there too. Regina Jaquez doing a fine job as well. And it comes down to 3 jumps. It comes down to Mr. Ryan Dodd. Let's see what he has in store for us with the 3 jumps that he has at his disposal. What can he do? What adjustments can he make? All right then, here we go. Ryan Dodd. Oh, beauty of a jump there from Ryan Dodd on his opening attempt. We'll have a look at this jump again. If it's anything over the distance of Damien Sharman, which is 66.8 meters, he will take the title. It's a decent enough jump, but what's the distance? Okay, on your LA Night Jam champion is Ryan Dodd, 222 feet or 67.8 meters. He did it off the very first attempt. Does he want to carry on though? Wow, first attempt, Ryan Dodd stamping it down. You look at this jump once again, folks. This is the jump that took LA Night Jam 5 right from the get-go, 222 feet. Absolutely amazing stuff. And guess what? He's got 2 more jumps and he's elected to take them. Here he comes. Jump number 2 for Ryan Dodd. What can he do? Can he go even further? Here he comes. Jump number 2. Oh, and laying an egg with that one, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter at this point. He's won the event. So with 222 feet on the first jump, it'll be significant to find out what he jumped on the second attempt, even though he almost went out the back and totally crushed that jump. Just out of just sheer curiosity value. $190.50. 59.8 meters on that jump. 59.8 meters on that particular effort. And he's still going to jump his last attempt. Trying to maximize all the time that he can at this particular juncture. The final jump of LA Night Jam 5. Here it is. Let's see him rock the course once again. Coming in. LA Night Jam 5, the very, very last jump. The title has already been decided in his favor off the first attempt. Here he comes. Ah, look at that. Oh, sailing in for the landing. Good speed, good height. We'll find out what that distance is in just a moment. Is it over 222 feet? Is it more? Who cares at this point? He's won. But we'll find out what that distance is in just a moment or so. What has been an absolutely enthralling event here at Tri-Lakes in Zachary, Louisiana. It's 222 feet on the first jump as he skis into the shore to receive the congratulations of all concerned. So we take a victory lap for all to see. Ryan Dodd from Canada. And so it's 67.6 meters, 67.6, his best jump, 66.8 meters. It's a done deal. Your champion of LA Night Jam 5 is Ryan Dodd, ahead of Damien Sharman, ahead of Boyan Schiper, ahead of Tom Asher, ahead of Mark Lane, ahead of Igor Morozov, and ahead of Jimmy Seamers. So that is it, folks. LA Night Jam 5 has been resolved. Our men's champion is Ryan Dodd. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been an absolutely fantastic audience for tuning in to this event. We thank you very, very much indeed. And so that is it, folks. LA Night Jam 5 is a done deal. And we look forward to you watching LA Night Jam 6 next year. But before then, the World Water Ski Championships live coverage starts on November the 26th, right on this YouTube channel. The Water Ski Broadcasting Company, in association with WZHS, proud to bring you this action once again. And just one final mention of our sponsors before we go. They help to pay for the event, so they need to get their mention in. The Clear Channel radio stations, iHeartRadio stations, Baton Rouge 102.5 WFMF, 101.5 WYNK, 96.1 The River, 97.7 Downtown Radio, News Radio 1150 WJBO, Comedy 12:30 AM, along with Arsenal Communications, 008 Magazine, and Central Speaks, with our other sponsors being Girls That Fly, City of Zachary, Tsunami, Bennett's Water Ski School, Radar Skis, Visit Baton Rouge, Whitney Bank, Napa Auto Parts, Lane Regional Medical Center, The Cafe, Southern ENT Associates, OJ Props, and Coconut Willies. Kicking across Oshner Health System, Holiday Inn Express, Eagle Sports, Lake Dwellers, Autotrader.com, San Antonio Surgical Arts, Aeroflex Sky Tracker, and Scion of Baton Rouge. Working our way to the supporting sponsors: Ilmore Engines, Crucial Clothing, All Pro Audio, Hyperlight, Bank of Zachary, Demco, Coca-Cola, Firefly Sweet Tea Vodka, Community Coffee and Quality Tire and Car Care. Contributors are Fox's Pizza Den, Carver's Grill, Francois Cafe and Grill, Surreal Creation Cakes, Area Transmissions, Babes Boat Care Products, LeBlanc's Food Store, Sky Systems, Helmet, Superior Grill at Baton Rouge, Board and Dairy, and Subway. So we thank those guys very, very much indeed, and we'll almost call it a wrap for this evening. You have been a wonderful audience, and just to leave you off with, this jump is the jump that won Ryan Dodd the LA Night Jam title for 2013 with a 222-foot jump. So, one final shot of the lake here at Tri Lakes as we wrap up LA Night Jam 5. This has been your announcer, Tony Lyford, thanking all of our volunteers and all of our workers here at this event. And a special thanks once again goes out to the crew of WZHS, and there their photo is on the screen again. Thanks to those guys for the wonderful sterling work that they've produced out there during the course of this event. Couldn't have done it without them. And that's a wrap, folks. So, from the Bayou State of Louisiana, this has been LA Night Jam 5, and ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap. So I'm saying so long for now. Au revoir, mes amis.